Hello guys and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Manchester City appears to be without key defensive partnership for Real Madrid clash on Tuesday night. We are going to be discussing you detailedly through that on this episode as we progress, and shortly after that we are going to turn our attention to the next agenda as Real Madrid veterans contract saga emerges once again as history is about to repeat itself concerning the renewal of Nacho'S. We are also going to be talking you through that on this episode as we move forward. So please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. All eyes will be on the UEFA Champions League next week as blockbuster clashes await fans on the pinnacle of European football. Barcelona have been pitched against Paris Saint-Germain, while Bayern Munich will take on Arsenal in two modern-day UEFA Champions League classics. Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund promises a ton of entertainment as well. Perhaps the biggest game of them all, though, is defending champions Manchester City locking horns against record winner Real Madrid. And while it is difficult to pick out a favorite for this game, Real Madrid have been handed a major boost for this game, but on rival watch. According to report from transfer expert journalist Fabrizio Romano, Manchester City have travelled to Spanish capital without Nathan Ake and Kyle Walker, both of whom picked up injuries across the last 4 nights. While Nathan Ake went down with a calf problem against Arsenal on the 31st of March, Walker's injury came while on international duty with England. He went down injured in the first half versus Brazil at Wembley and had to be replaced by Ezri Konsa. Josko Gvardiol and John Stones, though, have been deemed fit for the game and is part of the travelling squad, not forgetting goalkeeper Ederson, who was also a doubt but has soon come back to full fitness and might take part in the night after missing Manchester City's recent game. Kyle Walker's injury especially is a huge blow for Guardiola's side, as the English right-back was key last season to keeping Vinicius Jr. quiet in the second leg, although the Brazilian scored in the 1-1 draw in the first leg. The second leg later ended 4-0 in favor of the English Premier League side in what was a very quiet night for the Brazilian and for the Real Madrid squad in general. We can all say Guardiola's lineup was perfect on the night. Guardiola could resort to using Rico Lewis, youngster, as his right back, but John Stones, who has played as a right back on several occasions, could be an option as well. Ruben Dias's spot in the back line is pretty much fixed, though, and depending on Gvardiol's fitness, Guardiola will likely choose between him and Manuel Akanji as the other options. This could mean Manchester City start with Bernardo Silva and Rodri as the double pivots on the night, while Kevin De Bruyne takes on the number 10 position behind Erling Haaland. Real Madrid, for their part, miss no player in particular, except for the two long-term absentees in David Alaba and Thibaut Courtois. Understand that Eder Militao has now returned to full fitness, although he is not slated to start on the night, or maybe even take part, although some minutes on the night are not ruled out. He has fully recovered from injury and was included in the team sheet that will take on Manchester City. So whether Carlo Ancelotti trusts him to take part in the blockbuster clash, or maybe just leave him on the bench to observe and prepare for the second leg, remains to be seen. So having discussed and concluded with that, we are now going to turn our attention to the next agenda of the day, as Real Madrid veteran contract has hit another saga after reports claimed earlier this month that he might renew with Real Madrid if he wishes to, as a renewal was always on the table for veterans including Nacho and Lucas Vazquez. With just little over a month remaining before the season comes to an end, Real Madrid are yet to define the future of multiple veteran footballers. One of them is Nacho Fernandez. His contract at the Santiago Bernabeu expires at the end of the season, and as of now, there is no definitive update on whether or not he will continue at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid fans must remember that Nacho was facing a similar situation last season. He was not entirely sure about continuing at Real Madrid, with Inter Milan awaiting his final decision. In the end, though, the veteran defender opted to continue at the Bernabeu for another year. As per Marca, the history may repeat again this summer, as the defender is still yet to take a final call on his future. Unlike last season, there are multiple factors which aid Nacho's prospect of continuing at the club. For one, the veteran has become an ever-present figure in the Real Madrid backline, even serving as the club captain. While Nacho's role might be diluted next season, especially with Los Blancos looking to bring in Lenny Euro from Lille, it is apparent that the club rate him quite highly. The report from Marca adds that Real Madrid are simply awaiting Nacho's final call on his future. The Spanish giants are ready to extend the contract of the versatile defender should he wish to continue at the Bernabeu. A new deal will likely see Nacho's contract being extended until the summer of 2025. Nacho, for his part, would not like to tarnish his image as a one-club man, considering he has played for Real Madrid since he was just a boy. As such, the Spaniard's prolonged stay at the Bernabeu is something that cannot be ruled out as we approach the final phase of this season. It will not be a strange scenario if Nacho Fernandez chooses to bet on the luck he has had this season. Understand that last season, before Nacho renewed his contract, it was pretty clear that he will have little playtime, but he was further aided by the injury to David Alaba and Eder Militao, which has seen him taking a more prominent role in Ancelotti's starting 11. Fair to say, he has not disappointed when given the chance by the Italian tactician. So Nacho's decision in the near future is left to be seen, as a decision is awaited sooner rather than later. So having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of this interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.